presentations for today. So good morning, everyone. I hope the students here have already given their 12th examinations, correct? And are ready for their 12th.
11.
Yeah, so they're ready for the 12th examinations and boards. So let's start with why to choose MB Patil Educations for the medical part for India and abroad. So it is very essential to receive, proper guidance, counseling to make the informed career choices. And it is a very crucial decision, we can say,
Mhm.
that can shape your future. So that's why we in MB Patil Education help you and the students and parents to explore what are the options, career options for MBBS in India and abroad. We as an MB Patil Education have an experience of about 18 plus of years in counseling. We help students with various courses and services for medical part, be it BMS, BHMS, BDS, or other courses like BPT, BSc nursing, XY, etc. for the medical part in India and abroad. Uh, the founder is our Mr. Manoj Patil, sir. He himself is an UPSC officer, IES and IRS. He has done. Sir is himself is an you can say an engineer, electronics and telecommunication engineer, and he's a very professional counselor. And to be very honest, USP of MB Patil Education is Manoj sir's counseling. So we are very happy to share a success ratio, like 40,000 plus success stories, 80,000. Like we have more career options, more career wide options, and we have a number of employees throughout across the 3-4 cities in Maharashtra. And we are very happy to share our ratio. So let's start with the main part for where we are, so hello.
Yes,
So
yes. Hello.
I'm audible, no? Yeah. So let's start with the main part,
Absolutely.
like
Smoothly.
need counseling for the unlocking doors to the healing dreams. So everyone is aware that this is a very most auspicious dreams. Like it denotes good health and good prosperity and social service to humankind. So imagine students have wearing a white crisp coat or the stethoscope draped around her neck. It gives what a sign of hope and healing. It's not just a daydream, we can say. It's the every dedicated 12 standard students need aspirant who is working very hard, who is very anxious, also have their self-doubt or hard work. The seminar here is to empower all the students who wants to take admission in medical. It's not just a dream of a white coat. We need to make it reality. And we are celebrating this journey. It is this journey isn't about the complete journey course, but it is mainly about it talks about the destination. So here we're talking about the medical examinations and courses. So let's start with the small quote. Everyone is aware about what exactly this quote is all about. The good physician treats the disease. The great physician treats the patient who has the disease. So what does this quote exactly says? The great physician understands the patient and the context of that patient's illness, correct? But a great physician, what does he do? He understands the complete story, make the diagnosis, and helps the treatments and the best plan for the student, for the patients, correct? So, starting with the main medical bodies, everyone should be aware. As the students are in the 12th and who are willing to go for their medical sections, if medical fields, they should be aware of these three medical bodies. First is NEET, second is MCC, and then last is NTA. So, what is NEET? NEET is an examination, a single examination, okay, taken for the medical students who are aspiring to give their examinations, correct? What does MCC stands for? Need UG counseling process for the medical admissions in India conducted through the Medical Counseling Committee, correct? And what does NTA? NTA, it helps in organizing, conducting, managing the NEET examinations. It helps you throughout the entire process for the medical examinations and the later part for the admission process. Now we'll come come to the NEET overview. Now, what exactly NEET comes with? So NEET, everyone is aware who conducts the NEET examination, of course, NTA. NTA is the one who is responsible for connecting all the important part. Now, the frequency. Frequency is only once, usually in May, the NEET examination is being taken care by. The eligibility. Now, the eligibility is the candidate must have passed 12th with compulsory physics, chem, bio, and English as their subject, with 50% in PCB and 40% for the general category students. Okay. So the syllabus pattern, everyone is aware the syllabus is NCERT pattern for the 11th and 12th curriculum. Okay. The application process, the main process of application, we can say, and the exam pattern. The exam pattern is negative marking. Of course, there are sections physics, chem, bio. Each section is of 45 marks for the total 135 question. Each question carries 4 marks, but there is a negative marking for incorrect answers. Now the application process is entirely done by MB Patil Education, so right from form filling to the admission process till you get the seat allocated for your concerned medical field. Like if you want to go for medical, MBBS, BMS, BHMS, the concerned part is being taken care from our side. Now the results. Most probably the NEET examinations declared their results 1 month after the exams, like probably in the month of June, mid or end of June. Now the cutoffs. The cutoffs is being calculated on the basis of rank and score. The eligibility for the last year was 137 for open and 107 for OBC categories. This is how the NEET overview is being done, and hope you must be aware of these pattern. So now the main part, everyone is aware about the process and entire things, but the main part is how the seats are being allocated for AIQ and for Maharashtra. So there are completely 2 sections. AIQ, it is All India quota. Okay? So All India quota for MBBS and BDS is counseled by MCC. Right? And BMS and BHMS is counseled by Ayush, which is likely said as double A, triple C. Okay, so the bifurcation goes for all India quota, as government has 15% seats and deemed has 100% seats, and remaining 100% is for armed forces like AFMC, AIMS, JIPMA, 100%, which we call it as central seats. Okay, so generally deemed seats like 100% seats are further divided into merit and NRI quota, which is 85% merit, and the second 15% for NRI quota. This is how AIQ seats have been allocated. And in the counseling through MB Patil Education, we help you with this particular process, how are seats being done and how to take care for the entire admission process. So now coming to the state quota for Maharashtra, state counseling is done by CET cell for MBBS, BDS, BMS and BHMS. Okay. And the state quota has been further divided into government with 85% quota and the private, which we call it as semi-government 100%. And further, semi-government, again, it is divided into merit 85% and IQ as 15%. So this is just for the general information for you all, so that whenever you come down for the counseling at MB Patil Education, we will help you out through the entire one-to-one session with you and your parents for whichever field you need to go. The main part, like, why do you want to choose counseling when you do medical, right? So self-discovery. Now, why self-discovery? It helps students to gain better understanding for their skills or might be their interest and their strengths. We help them to, choose the suitable career options for whatever reasons they are into it. Now, goal clarity. Students need to have a clear roadmap to achieve their goals. Also, we help them to put valuable insights for the requirements or whatever challenges and opportunities they are feeling into their chosen field. The most important thing is informed making decision. Now, what is informed making decision? Students your students also have to know about the current updates, like current career options, the latest trends, educational requirements, and we help them for the well-informed decisions for their future and career prospects. Overcoming challenge, the most important thing is many students face dilemmas or the confusion or anxiety when it comes to the career choice, and specifically medical through their NEET examinations or 12th result examinations. So we address these particular challenges and find the valuable solutions, and likewise help them in the admission processes. So now, how do MB Patil education helps you with the admission process? So counseling before the competitive examinations, correct? So it is very essential for you to start counseling before you register yourself for the NEET examinations, so that you can get an idea like मुझे MBBS में जाना है, मुझे BMS करना है, या मुझे BDS करना है, और या फिर what is the right career and what is the best field for me to choose. करेक्ट, बिकॉज काफी सारे बच्चों का होता है कि अगर मुझे MBBS नहीं करना है तो देन आई कैन गो फॉर BDS, BDS मेरे से होगा कि नहीं, या फिर BMS मेरे लिए बेस्ट ऑप्शन रहेगा. तो व्हाट आर द बेस्ट सॉल्यूशंस? सो फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग, काउंसलिंग अगर बिफोर नीट एग्जामिनेशन या फिर बिफोर 12th बोर्ड्स, if you start with this, it will be beneficial and helpful for you. Okay. The second most important part is form filling and application process. As you are all aware कि the form filling process for NEET examination is very technical. मतलब एक अगर थोड़ा बहुत भी mistake अगर form filling में होता है तो entire year is being put on hold. So you cannot take admissions in any of the further medical exam fields. So your entire 1 year is being wasted. So to avoid such errors or technicalities, we help you for the proper process in the entire form filling thing. Be it your documentation, what documentations are required, what quotas are there, do we get any what we can say, any fees benefits, any quota benefits, या फिर whatever the concerns are, we help you throughout the form filling process and documentations. So the last but not the least, admission support. So counseling हो गई, then form filling हो गया, then admission support. उसके बाद जो भी कुछ round से colleges मिलेगा, या फिर अगर merit से नहीं मिलेगा, then what are the second options other than merit? Management से होगा, management से नहीं होगा तो deem से है, deem नहीं तो what are the options? India नहीं होगा तो other states है, other states से abroad है. So ये जो भी कुछ होता है process through entire admission के लिए, तो we help you, our guidance is almost there to support you for the processing part. Now you can see the NEET counseling process is generally started with registration. As you are aware कि अब जैसे result आएगा, registration process शुरू होगी. Registration process में जो भी कुछ form filling या फिर documentation uploading होता है, it is being done from MB Patil education itself. उसके बाद fee payment की procedure होती है, and the सबसे important चीज, अगर किसी को merit से जाना है या फिर semi government के rounds के through जाना है, choice filling is one of the most crucial part. Correct? अगर concept, because राउंड्स में हम लोग जो भी कुछ कॉलेजेस इन्फॉर्म करते हैं या फिर जो भी कुछ कॉलेजेस हम लोग फॉर्म में डालते हैं, वही कॉलेजेस हम लोग को अलोकेट होते हैं. सो वी हैव टू बी वेरी, वी मेक श्योर कि ये कॉलेजेस आपके हिसाब से, एलिजिबिलिटी के हिसाब से, आपके रैंक के हिसाब से, आपके SML के हिसाब से प्रॉपर जाए, जाके आपको वो कॉलेज बेस्ट से बेस्ट कॉलेज आपको अलोकेट हो. एंड ऑफ कोर्स द फाइनल पार्ट इज सीट एलोकेशन. सो जैसे फॉर्म फिलिंग हमारे इस पे होता है एलिजिबिलिटी पे, सीट एलोकेशन आपको उसी हिसाब से मिलता है. तो ये हो गया इंडिया MBBS या फिर डोमेस्टिक MBBS का पार्ट. सो इंडियन MBBS इज नॉट जस्ट इन महाराष्ट्र या फिर अदर स्टेट्स के हिसाब से, देर आर अपॉर्चुनिटीज अब्रॉड के लिए भी. सो पंकजा मैम विल take you throughout the entire process for overseas MBBS. ठीक है? So whatever the doubts are, we will take after the sessions. So thank you so much for your valuable time. Thank you. So Pankaja, over to you. Pankaja, your voice is not audible.
Yes. I am not finding her name in the list.
I guess she has joined, sir. but as an attendee, I guess, not as a panelist. So that's why we are not able to hear.
Mhm.
Just a
But
second.
in attendees also, I can't see her name now.
No, she is available.
Had she joined with the name assistant manager?
Correct, correct.
Okay, I'll just note her on the list. Yes, it's done.
Assistant manager is co-host.
Hello.
Huh.
Yes. Ma'am, I would request you to keep sharing the screen.
Yes, okay.
Yes. So hello students and parents. My name is Pankaja and I hope everyone has now understood about the Indian education ecosystem and how it works. So today I'm going to talk about overseas medical education. This is a topic which is less talked about. Most of our students in India are very, very passionate about completing their MBBS in India or, in any state of India particularly, but they are a bit reluctant to move overseas and even think about it. Even the parents are a bit reluctant and they do not have much of the information about this entire in this entire area. So today I would really take the pleasure to introduce you first of all to this entire topic, and I hope I am able to deliver each and every detail regarding overseas MBBS. So without a further ado, I'm going to talk about understanding the advantages of overseas MBBS and the best universities and the countries that are available for you in order to complete your entire medical education overseas. Okay, so can we go to the next slide, ma'am? So talking about the advantages of overseas MBBS, particularly, I think that exploring the world through education, can open a lot of doors of opportunities for you, not just in terms of career or monetary growth, but you can also experience a lot of personal growth when you put yourself into a completely alien education setup. So whenever you are in your comfort zone, you're reluctant to challenge yourself. Your skill set remains stable. It is not growing anywhere. But when you're putting yourself into a completely alien educational setup, it challenges your skill set, challenges your critical thinking, your problem solving skills, your analytical abilities. It challenges you step on step, like literally. And whenever your skill set is going to get challenged, only then it is going to pave the way for your growth. So this is what I personally think. But going ahead, I will tell you more advantages that you can experience after you put your feet in some different country. So can we go to the next slide, ma'am? So first of all, can we go to the next slide, ma'am?
Yes, I'm already there on the next slide. Just a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, so these are some of the specific advantages of overseas MBBS. You can learn from the best universities across the world. So many of the students are fixated on learning only from the specific universities from their country. To all of them who are fixated, I would like to tell them that expand your boundaries a little bit. Why are you thinking about the best universities that are existing only in your arena? You can get to learn from the best universities across the world. So this is the biggest advantage that you can get. Second is that you get great international exposure. When you are stepping outside, you're not just the only one who steps outside. The peer group that interacts with you comes from all around the world, right? So the international exposure that you get, the give and take of the knowledge that happens, is really beneficial for your entire personal growth. You get better return of your investment. And I'll tell you what does that mean. you get to learn in a very limited educational limited set of students. Here in India, as we know, there is a lot of saturation in the medical education field specifically. So every year a lot of students, like to give you a precise number, last year 20 lakh students had were the NEET, like 20 lakh students had applied for NEET examination. This year there is addition of 4 more lakh students who have applied for NEET exam. So every year this number is increasing. It is not going to go down at all. So there is a lot of saturation, which leads to a lot of population. Like your classroom is very populated than it ideally should be. Now, when you're talking about the foreign medical universities, the classroom is not as populated as the Indian classrooms. So that is why your mentors can connect with you in a better way. You can ask your doubts and queries really, really clearly to them, and then you can get all your doubts and queries solved in a very proper and um, uh, organized manner. Being an international student, you get a lot of scholarships and financial aids from the respective university based on your 12th standard score, based on your NEET scores, based on the entrance exams that you write for the respective universities. So there is a lot of financial aid available that is that that goes very easy on your parents' pockets. We, after all, we do have to think about all the financial area as well. One more thing that you get to experience is the ultra modern infrastructure. When we talk about countries like Georgia or Russia, these are developed countries that we are talking about. Okay, so their infrastructure overall and also their medical infrastructure is very, very advanced. That is the reason you get to study in a high tech infrastructure. Again, that leads to your career wise growth, or that leads to your technical growth in a way. And last but not the least, the approach in the foreign medical education is very practical. Okay, it is practical application based, which is the reason why you guys start with your clinical rotations from the very second or third year of your MBBS. So you start to work, like you start your work along with the best reputed hospitals around across the country, which your universities are tied up with. So this can be really, really hands-on for you guys. And yeah, of course, when you're learning something in a very theoretical way and at the same time you're practically applying the same knowledge, it gives you a better experience of learning. So these are some of the advantages that you experience when you step outside and when you go to some other country for your medical education. But these are the advantages that you can only experience if you choose a right country. Okay, and choosing a right country and the university is the biggest it's a very crucial step, and at the same time it's a very confusing decision, an extremely confusing process, because you have multiple choices in front of you.
Okay.
And as parents and as students, not every time you're aware of the right opportunities and the options that you have in front of you. So this is exactly where MB Patel Education helps you out. We counsel you, we provide you free guidance in order to choose the right country and a university. So right now I'm going to talk about two shortlisted countries, like the countries that we have shortlisted for students who are aspiring medical education, and one of that is in front of you. It is Georgia. Georgia is one such country which has emerged as a hub for medical education, and not just a medical education but medical tourism as well. Okay, so that is a very brief introduction of Georgia. Now let's see where it falls geographically, because many of the students out here must not be knowing कि Georgia exactly आता कहाँ पे है. So for all of them, Georgia falls at the intersection of Eastern Europe and West Asia. Okay, in simple words, it's a neighboring country of Russia. It comes around the northeastern border of Russia. Okay, so Georgia is a country where both of the languages are spoken, Georgian as well as Russian. Okay, so to give you a little bit more about Georgia, the currency is Georgian lari. Can we go to the previous slide, ma'am? Yeah, and the highlighting point about Georgia is that every year, every single year, 10,000 plus international students fly to Georgia only to complete their medical education. Okay, and why Georgia is so relevant to the students nowadays, because it follows the US pattern of teaching. Okay, so any university that you go to, like that you see in Georgia, follows the US pattern of teaching. What does that mean? They prepare the students for USMLE, which is the license exam in USA. Okay, at the same time, they also prepare students for FLAB examination, which is the license exam of UK. Okay, so if you are someone who dreams to gradually or eventually immigrate in USA or UK, but right now at the moment you do not have that much of monetary support that you can support your entire lifestyle and education in USA or UK, because these two are very, very expensive countries, then you can definitely look at Georgia as a very potent option, because many of the local students also have the agenda of immigrating to US or UK eventually after they complete their medical education. So, along with USMLE and FLAB examination, these universities also prepare you for next examination, which is the license exam in India. Okay, so if you're an Indian student and if you want to migrate back, like if you want to come back in India and start practicing or do your PG in India, then these universities can help you out in that direction also. These universities, like some of these universities, have the best track record of the students cracking FMG in their first attempt. Because next exam till last year was called as FMG. So the basically the university that we suggest you in Georgia is European University. This university is located in Tbilisi, and this university has the best track record of students cracking their FMG in the first year. Okay, now talking about European University and alongside the other universities in Georgia, all of these universities are NMC and WHO recognized. Okay, so these two, NMC and WHO, are the accrediting bodies. For example, when we look at Indian colleges, all of these colleges are NAC accredited. Similarly, when we look at the abroad medical colleges, they are accredited by the medical governing bodies. These are the two main governing bodies, which are NMC and WHO. Okay, so if these two bodies accredit your university, the quality of education has to be good. Okay. Now, at the same time, as I said, you can get great technology and infrastructure in these medical universities. Degree that is offered to you after you complete your education is of MD. Okay, and let me add a point to this entire slide, which is not mentioned over here, that your medical education in Georgia or any other foreign medical university is of 6 years. Okay, so it is 5 years of your education and 1 year of your internship. So if you're not noting it down, I would like to note it down. So again, going to the next point, the tuition fees are highly, no, previous slide. So the tuition fees are highly affordable in comparison to India. If you are scoring a little less, then you have to take another routes to get the admissions, right? So there your budget can go till 1 CR, 1.5 CR. These amounts are famous amounts that you must have heard. But if you are targeting overseas medical education, especially if you're targeting Georgia, then your tuition fees will go up to 30 to 55 lakh, and this covers the entire expense of your education plus your accommodation. Okay, your living expense, like your food expense, is something that comes separately, which is approximately around 32 to 40,000 per person. Now, this is the highest limit. Okay, so do not be scared of the number. But if you're leading like a very luxurious lifestyle in Georgia, then this is the amount that you have to invest. Okay, again, many students and parents have a common query. Okay, we are going outside, but is it really safe? Because after the Russia-Ukraine war, many of the students and parents have got really very apprehensive, especially parents, to send their wards to the other countries. But to tell you that Georgia is an extremely safe country, it comes under European jurisdiction, so you do not have to worry about your child's safety per se. Okay, and the last point that I have to mention in this slide is that the student visa is very secure, and it is very simple to get. You get your visas in 30 days, which is the least amount of visa processing time. Okay, So this is about why you should do your MBBS in Georgia. And in our next slide, we are going to look at some of the famous news flashes across the Indian newspapers about Georgia. So as you can see, it is not just me talking about Georgia to be a famous
एक
destination.
मिनट, just
Uh,
minute, madam.
yeah,
Just minute.
yes,
Pankaja, madam. Pankaja, madam.
yes,
एक minute.
yes, sir.
My point is there.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I will forget it later on.
no problem, sir.
Yes. On this slide. Correct. No,
Yes,
go back.
previous one. Yes.
Fine. So, fees you have mentioned here, na 30 to 55 lakh.
Correct.
Correct. This is for entire course.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is for the entire course of MBBS, 5 years of your education and 1 year
Correct.
of your internship.
Even in internship, they provide some
Stipend.
any other.
No, sir. No. Stipend is not provided to the students who are doing their internship because it is the part of their degree process,
Okay. And if they
specifically
work,
in Georgia. Yes.
okay. And then 32,000, 40,000, this is the expenditure apart from the fees.
Sir, basically, this is what we have written. Like, this is the extreme expense that the student can face in terms of his food. Like, if mess charges, these are the mess charges. But
As you
students
mentioned
usually
earlier.
get, sorry.
As you mentioned earlier in
Yeah,
your
as I have
speech.
mentioned earlier, these are the mess charges, but these are the highest end come mess charges. Now, students essentially do not have to pay this much because there is a pantry system also that is available in the university that I had mentioned earlier, European University. So their students can usually take their grocery and they can cook for themselves. So even that is the option which is provided to our students.
Fine.
I hope
Okay.
it is okay.
Okay, fine.
So yes, going to the next slide. Uh, Just a second now, there's some disturbance, so just hold on for 1 second. Ma'am, we need to go to the previous slide.
Yeah, just a second.
Russia.
Yes, just one previous. I'll talk about Russia and then yeah. So Russia is the next country that I would like to talk about. It's another famous country, very well known for the medical education. From last so many decades, students from India have been visiting Russia for their medical education. So Russia needs no introduction, geographical introduction. It has been a superpower. It is still a superpower. So, Russia is very, very famous, especially amongst Indian students for medical education. One of the very prime reason being that many of the, like I would say 100% of the universities in Russia are government universities. Okay, so these universities are trusted, and they being government universities, the fee structure or the amount that the student and parents need to invest is much lesser than that of any other country across the world. Okay, so Russia is another famous and a very pivotal choice of many of the students in India. Now, talking about the universities, like, ma'am, can we go to the next slide?
Russia.
Ma'am, can we go to the next slide?
Yes, just a second. There is some technical errors happening.
Yes. So, as mentioned over
Madam,
here was,
Pankaja,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
is there any impact of war between the Russia and Ukraine to get the admission in medical from the outside country like India? If
No, sir.
our students want to go there
Mm-hmm.
to complete their medical education in Russia,
Mm-hmm.
now at present, is there any crisis takes place or students facing any issues there regarding the safety
Absolutely
of
not.
their candidature in Russia?
Absolutely not, sir. But yes, this is a question that we get asked very frequently. Okay, because there is a war going on between Russia and Ukraine. Is there any tension in Russia? But I would like to like mention over here that it is not a civil war that is going on in Russia. So the cities in Russia, the states in Russia are very, very safe. One of our executives, Mr. Jalsu Luthra, who's our teammate, he has been to Russia, and we actually had got an opportunity to have a video call with him, and he showed us around the entire a couple of states of Russia. But it is very, very peaceful. He shared his own experiences also, and he told us that the war is going on within the borders, like on the borders. So there is no impact of the war within the country. Just like, to give you an example, in India, the war is constantly going on POK. But like within India, everything is in harmony and everything is
Mm.
peaceful. So there's a similar situation in Russia as well. There is no war going on in Russia because it is not a civil war. It is a war between two countries. So it is limited to the borders. Okay. It doesn't come within the country. Okay. So
Okay,
I
okay,
hope the
okay.
question is
Fine,
answered.
please.
Yeah. All right. So as I was talking about the universities in Russia, all of the universities are government universities, and secondly, they are extremely, extremely affordable. Now, the currency exchange is highly affordable for Indian students because one INR is equal to 1 ruble. Okay, so that is why the amount that you're investing in India for you to maintain your lifestyle is the same amount that you're going to invest in Russia as well. Okay, so this is what it is. Going ahead, there are some of the very famous universities that we suggest our students. First of all, there is Omsk State University that we suggest to our students. Then there is Yaroslav University, and then there is Kemerovo University. So, along with these three universities, even all the other universities in Russia are recognized with NMC and WHO. Again, as I mentioned, these are the two governing bodies. So, the accreditation of these two bodies is very important. Now, the next and the very important point is that Russia teaches Russian to all the students who are coming to Russia for their MBBS education because it is mandatory for them to communicate once they start with their clinical rotations. Right? So they would be starting with their clinical rotations from the third year, second year onwards. So it is very important for them to understand, and it is very important for them to speak Russian at least a bit. So from the very second year, they start teaching their students Russian. Okay. Now the fee structure, that is, which is the highlighting point of Russia, the fee structure for the entire course of MBBS, including your tuition fees and your hostel fees, goes around 17 lakh to 35 lakh. Okay, again for 6 years.
Mm.
ठीक है. Living expense goes approximately around 25 to 30 per person. Now, again, this is a very high-end figure that I have mentioned over here. If you're leading a very, very luxurious life in Russia, then this is the amount that you have to pay. Okay, and this amount is inclusive in your tuition and hostel accommodation itself. The mess charges is different. So mess can go approximately around 10-15,000 per month. Okay. Again, the infrastructure that is provided, like that you can get to experience in Russia, is highly developed, high-end, state-of-art infrastructure. You get to have new technologies, like you can get to deal with new technologies like robotics. Like the training is done in a completely practical way. There is simulator-based training that you can experience in these universities. So all of these are the pluses of Russia. Okay, and again, the faculty in Russia is very reputed from last so many years. Okay, so this is about Russia. Now let us look at some of the news that are flashing around the newspapers, famous newspapers. And this is what it is. Indian students, they look for new destination to chase, and which is Russia. Russian universities offer MBBS to offer MBBS seats to Indian students. Now, this is something else. So, Russia, yes, no doubt, has been a very preferred medical destination from a very long period of time, especially for Indian students, and that is also a reason why there is a lot of Indian student community in Russia. That is the reason why students going from here, new students going from here, they do not feel homesick. They do not feel difficulty in adjusting to the environment because they have a lot of their community students. Okay, so yes, and last but not the least, we are going to talk about the third and the last country of today, which is Bosnia. Now, Bosnia is a East European country. To give you a simple description of Bosnia, it is a neighboring country of Italy, Hungary. So these are the famous countries, and Bosnia is the neighbor of these countries. So Bosnia is again famous for its government university, which is University of East Sarajevo. Now, University of East Sarajevo is located in Sarajevo, which is the capital of Bosnia. Okay,
Capital, yes.
so yeah. So now we can talk very confidently about this country and this university because we have already sent 4 batches of our students to Bosnia. Okay, so this year we had sent our 4th batch to Bosnia for their MBBS, and I'll like to show you a couple of pictures also so that you can see how happy they are. Now, this was our 4th batch. Every year, what we do is one of our executive goes along with a group of students that we usually send, and the executive makes sure that these students are settled down properly, they're comfortable. We take care of their post landing also. We help them out with their SIM cards, their travel arrangements, and everything that they need after landing a foreign land. Okay, so they do not have to think about it. They do not have to worry about the other things that are going to come into the picture after landing. So these are a couple of pictures going ahead, and yeah. So yes, these are our students, and they're having their clinical rotations. So the 4th image is them having the practical out there in the university. Yes. So this is how like the entire journey has been, and like I'll like to tell you how we help you out in your path of navigating the right country and the right university. So as I have also already mentioned earlier that we help you out with your country selection and university selection, but it all starts with a free counseling session because we need to understand your inclination, what do you want to do, from where you want to do, and your perspective towards everything. So we would be having a free counseling session with all of you in our office. After that, we help you out with the country selection and university selection process, which I have already mentioned is the most important process. You all must be very mindful whilst choosing a country if you're planning to fly overseas. Okay. Third is that we help you out with the admission process. Assistance is given to you from our side. So when you are applying to any foreign university or a country, so to say, you have to write a statement of purpose why you want to fly to that specific country and get your admission done in a specific university is something that you have to write. Okay, and that has to be very articulate. It has to be mentioned in a proper essay. So we help you out in writing the essay. Next is that we help you out in documentation verification. Educational loan assistance is given to you from our side. We help you out for visa, tuition fee transfer because the currency is different. So many a time students and parents find a difficulty in transferring the fees to that particular university. So it is completely, safely done from our side. Travel arrangements, so booking your air ticket is something that we do. FMG and next coaching, after you land over there, after you start your educational journey over there, FMG and next coaching is given to you by the university from our side. And then SOS support. SOS support is that you can get in touch with us anytime you want, like you face any difficulty. We are there to support you for throughout the journey. Okay, so we can guide you for the entire 6 years of tenure till the time you're there in that particular foreign land. Okay, so this is the entire end-to-end admission support that we provide you, starting from your free counseling to your travel arrangements. Everything is done from our side. Okay, so that is it from my side, and I would like to appeal all the parents and students out here to visit our offices. The nearest office, which is preferable and convenient for you, our head office is in Pune. Then we have remaining offices in Pune, Mumbai, Latur, Nasik, Vapi, and Surat. So you can visit any office that is convenient for you, and we are there. We can help you out, starting from your free counseling session. We can start your journey, and we can help you out through and through for your entire process. So this is our detailed address. Probably you can take a screenshot or you can note it down. This is our office of Pune. We are located at Shivaji Nagar. So you can definitely visit us, and contact number is also given to you. So you can contact us anytime, anywhere. So yes, thank you so much for being patient, and thank you so much, sir, for organizing this webinar for your students. It was a great pleasure to interact with all of you. And if you have any doubts or queries, sir, you can now ask me or Shruti ma'am.
Doubt to you
So,
only, I would like to ask.
yes,
Madam, one question is here. Miss, you have given details about the fees structure for the
correct,
MD MBBS for Georgia at 30 to 55 lakh, right? Then
correct, sir.
expenditure you have given 30 till 35,000 per month.
Correct,
Then Russia 17,000 to 35 lakh. Okay. But in
correct.
Bosnia, you have not given any
Right.
detail.
Okay. So I will go to the slide map, Bosnia slide. So the fee structure for Bosnia is approximately 33 to 35 lakh for the entire course of MBBS. Okay, I did not mention because I'm sorry, I missed the slide. But yes, again, the fee structure for the entire 6 years of course is between 30 to 36 lakh for the entire course, 6 years.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
now your fee structure is inclusive of your tuition fees and your accommodation. Indian mess, Indian food is easily available in Bosnia. Bosnia again is a very, very safe country. You can move in Bosnia very, very freely. Visa, you can get visa is very, very simple to receive. 30 days is the time processing time for visa. So yes, this is about Bosnia.
fine.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes. Got it.
Anything else, sir? Any other question?
No, fine. From your side, from both the resource person.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shruti madam and Pankaja madam, for your detailed information regarding admission in medical, especially in abroad registration, from registration to seat allocation, then counseling, guiding, scholarship, even loan facilities also you are arranging for the requirement. So all details you have given. And my small request, when you get time next time, even I will request to Jain sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Scholarships are available in Georgia, Russia, and Bosnia. Nature of scholarship in particular universities, if you put a light on it, even in India, because today especially we have covered up the foreign universities like Georgia, Russia, and Bosnia.
Correct.
Scholarships available there. Plus, what kind of nature of scholarships available even in India? If you guide us to we people in future, that will be obliged to we people,
Yes, sir.
us.
Sure, sir.
And so that we can invest. These are all details about the foreign country, foreign universities. What are the status about the Indian universities regarding the medical education? So if you provide that detail also, that will be again additional advantages for all the students, along with the foreign countries' medical education.
ठीक है, sir. No problem.
Today we
Because
have got a very precious
mostly
information.
Indian students, just one point I need to add, Indian universities hardly provide any scholarships, but there are some quotas, there are some fees that can be helpful for students, which will be sharing you in the next previous slides.
Yes, madam. The same I'm asking. How MB Patil is helping students to get admission in Indian medical colleges and universities, like.
Correct. Yes, sir.
And
Yes.
so, okay, then thank you, Shruti madam, and Pankaja madam.
Thank you,
You
sir.
have very clear cut all your doubts, and your homework is absolutely fine regarding Bosnia, Russia, and Georgia.
Correct.
Even I came to know about all the details about the Georgia today itself, madam. Otherwise, I
Okay, sir.
knew already about the Russia. I know.
Right.
It's a small tour and trip to the Russia, Georgia, and Bosnia through your webinar. So
Thank you, sir.
all the details we have just updated with our students and teachers. It would remain on our website. It would remain on Facebook of our SB Patil College and YouTube of SB Patil College. We will be in touch with you for rest of the details that I spoke to you. And
Yes.
we, the SB Patil College, entire staff, management, express our gratitude to both of you, great lady, Shruti and Pankaja ma'am, for your valuable time. Precisely, you people have given to us and for our students. And I hope next time again you can add something new about the medical universities of India in our for our students in next session.
Sure, sir.
So
Yes, yes.
thank you, madam, who arranged the Zoom webinar, and Ketan sir, Shruti madam, Pankaja ma'am, and Jain sir, and especially thanks to MB Patil Group. And thank you very much. Hope for great guidance next time. Have a good day.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shruti madam. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Good day.
Good day, sir.